Some people say, when you've seen the world, there's always Greenland. But in reality, this place is very different from what its name might lead you to believe. First, it's not really green. Second, it's more than just land. Wildlife is at its wildest, ice comes in all shapes and sizes, fjords are on a whole different level, and you'll almost feel like you're visiting another world. Today, I'll take you on a journey to experience the true essence of Greenland, from its jaw-dropping landscapes and unique natural wonders to its fascinating culture, history, and hidden gems, uncovering what makes the world's largest island so irresistible. But first, I'll tell you some interesting facts about Greenland and then explore its most interesting places that you won't want to miss. Did you know that Greenland is the world's largest island? Despite its massive size, it's not classified as a continent, earning it a unique spot in our planet's geography. You can think of it as the Antarctica of the North, but there's a big difference. While Antarctica is a vast, ice-covered land mass, Greenland is an island surrounded by the Arctic Ocean, with the cold and isolation to match. 4/5 of Greenland lies within the Arctic Circle, which gives it its extreme polar climate. Temperatures stay frigid all year long, with winters that stretch endlessly and summers that barely make an appearance. The environment's tough, and so are the people who live there. Greenland's population hovers around 56,000, and because of the harsh terrain, its settlements are incredibly remote. The towns aren't connected by roads, and travel between them is done by boat, helicopter, or plane. One of the island's most fascinating features is its massive ice sheet. Second only to Antarctica in size, this ice covers most of Greenland, and if it were ever to melt, global sea levels could rise by about 7 meters. Beneath this frozen expanse lie valuable mineral and energy resources, becoming more accessible as the ice slowly recedes. Despite being smaller than Antarctica, Greenland plays a crucial role in monitoring global climate change, just as Antarctica does for the southern hemisphere. And if you're a fan of ancient history, you'll be fascinated to know that some of the oldest rocks on Earth, over 3.8 billion years old, can be found here. Though it might seem like a barren wasteland at first glance, Greenland is home to a surprising array of wildlife. It's home to narwhals, the unicorns of the sea, and Greenland sharks, the longest living vertebrates on Earth, with lifespans of up to 500 years. Polar bears are spotted drifting on icebergs, and rare polar bear twins are often born in this icy realm. Remarkably, fossil evidence shows that Greenland was once covered in lush forests, a far cry from the icy landscape we see today. With some of the cleanest air on the planet, free from pollution, Greenland truly stands as a pristine natural sanctuary. If you're into outdoor adventures, Greenland won't disappoint. It's the birthplace of kayaking, a tradition that remains a vital part of Arctic life. And if you're feeling adventurous, you can experience dog sledding, another iconic Arctic activity. Greenland is also home to some extraordinary natural phenomena, like glacial and iceberg tsunamis. Whether you visit in the summer, when the midnight sun stretches the days into permanent twilight, or in winter, when the northern lights light up the night sky, Greenland is sure to leave a lasting impression with its breathtaking beauty. The island's cultural history is just as rich and diverse as its landscape. The Inuit culture, one of the oldest continuous Arctic traditions, has shaped Greenland's identity for thousands of years. The Greenlandic name for the island, Kalaallit Nunaat, meaning land of the people, speaks to this deep connection with the land. The iconic igloo, built from snow blocks, was once a crucial survival tool and a symbol of the Inuit resilience. Inuit artistry, such as whalebone carvings, reflects their intricate relationship with the environment. By the way, art in Greenlandic, called ikumitsuliornek, means to create things that look strange. Greenland's history also includes the mystery of the Norse settlers who vanished in the 15th century, a puzzle that still hasn't been solved. Some Viking farms from the 10th century remain, offering a glimpse into the early days of Arctic agriculture. In 1721, Greenland became a Danish territory, and after Norway gained independence in 1814, it was fully integrated into Denmark. While Greenland gained home rule in 1979 and further autonomy in 2009, Denmark still handles its foreign policy and defense. The island's strategic location, nestled between the Atlantic and Arctic Oceans, has long made it a place of great importance. In fact, in 1946, the U.S. even offered Denmark $100 million in gold to purchase Greenland. That's about $1.6 billion today, accounting for inflation. Most recently, in January 2025, President Donald Trump reiterated his intention to acquire Greenland, citing its strategic importance and resources. This idea has been strongly opposed by both Denmark and Greenland. Now, let's explore the best places to visit in Greenland, finding out what makes the world's largest island so irresistible. The western coastline of Greenland, influenced by the North Atlantic Current, experiences milder temperatures, especially during the winter months, compared to the eastern coast. This more hospitable environment has historically supported early Inuit settlements and Norse Viking explorers. Today, about 90% of Greenland's population resides along this western coast. Nuuk, Greenland's capital and largest city, is located on the southwestern coast and is home to around 19,000 residents, roughly one-third of Greenland's total population. It enjoys a unique geographical setting, surrounded by the sea on three sides and backed by majestic mountains. The polar atmosphere blends with oceanic breezes, offering surprisingly mild temperatures for its northern location. Summer temperatures rarely exceed 10 degrees Celsius, while winter lows seldom drop below -10 degrees Celsius, thanks to the influence of the warm Atlantic current. Founded in 1728 by Danish missionary Hans Egede, Nuuk has evolved from a small trading post into a bustling city and the center of Greenlandic life. Despite its Arctic setting, it is a vibrant, modern city brimming with amenities such as hospitals, schools, and museums. It serves as Greenland's political, cultural, and educational hub, deeply rooted in Inuit culture and contemporary art. The colorful houses scattered across the snow-covered land brighten up the city during long winters, adding warmth to the landscape. Just outside Nuuk lies Nuuk Fjord, one of the world's largest and most breathtaking fjord systems. With calm waters, tall mountains, and floating icebergs, it's a great place to explore Greenland's untouched nature by boat or on a fishing trip. The fjord's remote beauty contrasts perfectly with Nuuk's modern comforts, allowing you to connect with the island's natural splendor. Although Nuuk is Greenland's capital, its airport can only accommodate small planes because of its short runway and mountainous terrain. As a result, most international visitors land at Ilulissat Airport, 320 kilometers north, at least until Nuuk's airport expansion is completed in 2025. Originally built as a U.S. military base during the Cold War, Ilulissat now serves as Greenland's primary gateway, with small planes connecting travelers to other parts of the island. Despite its small population of around 500 residents, Ilulissat remains a key Arctic hub for exploration and research due to its proximity to the Greenland ice sheet. From Ilulissat, you can easily reach Point 660, a remarkable access point on the edge of the Greenland ice sheet. This location offers breathtaking panoramic views of the vast frozen expanse stretching as far as the eye can see. It's a popular stop for those looking to stand at the threshold of this immense natural wonder, providing a direct connection to an environment that plays a crucial role in the Earth's climate system. Covering about 80% of Greenland's surface, this colossal ice mass significantly impacts global sea levels and climate patterns. Another nearby attraction is Russell Glacier, where you can drive right up to the edge. Known for its stunning ice landscape, the glacier offers easy access for hiking and ice trekking, allowing you to witness the raw power of the Arctic. Just 150 kilometers to the north is the famous settlement of Ilulissat, home to about 4,700 residents. Situated within the Arctic Circle, the town's colorful houses dot the coastline, creating a striking contrast with the surrounding ice and snow. Ilulissat is one of Greenland's most popular tourist destinations, mainly due to its proximity to the Ilulissat Icefjord. The area offers spectacular hiking opportunities, including a well-known trail that leads from Uummannaq to the fjord's edge, providing panoramic views of the icebergs and the glacier's massive calving front. The dramatic scenery of jagged icebergs, snow-covered peaks, and deep fjords is a stunning sight, attracting travelers and photographers from around the world. This UNESCO World Heritage Site contains trillions of tons of ice. Colossal icebergs, some towering over 100 meters above the water with total heights nearing 1,000 meters, remain trapped in the fjord for years until the relentless force of the glacier pushes them toward the North Atlantic. This natural phenomenon creates a breathtaking spectacle, with icebergs so massive that the very iceberg that sank the Titanic is believed to have originated from Greenland's glaciers, possibly even these waters. Unlike the famous fjords in places like Norway, an icefjord has its own unique character. Both types are shaped by glacial activity. One reveals what glaciers have done in the past, while the other showcases the dynamic interaction between ice and water, creating an ever-changing landscape that unfolds before your eyes. If you've ever wondered where those icebergs come from, the answer is Jakobshavn Glacier, the birthplace of these icebergs and one of the most active glaciers in the Northern Hemisphere. However, it has been rapidly retreating in recent decades, making it one of the most studied glaciers in the world due to its crucial role in understanding climate change and ice dynamics. However, those icebergs won't last forever. Disco Bay is where icebergs reach the end of their journey and serves as their graveyard. As they drift into the bay, dense ice gives way to open water, and the slow process of erosion begins. Some icebergs linger for years, gradually shrinking, while others continue south into the warmer North Atlantic, where they eventually disappear into the sea. Further north, we reach the remote town of Uummannaq, home to about 1,300 people. It sits beneath the towering Uummannaq Mountain, a heart-shaped peak and one of Greenland's most recognizable landmarks. Uummannaq has a deep-rooted history, with evidence of early Inuit settlements for centuries. It has served as a vital hunting and fishing hub for local Inuit communities. The town's island location gives it a unique, isolated charm, surrounded by glaciers and drifting icebergs. It experiences a polar climate with long, cold winters and short, mild summers. Yet, despite the harsh environment, Uummannaq's colorful houses stand out vividly against the stark Arctic backdrop, adding a touch of warmth to the frozen landscape. Greenland's southern regions enjoy a milder climate, where summer snowmelt allows sparse vegetation to emerge, making it one of the island's most habitable areas. However, despite these relatively gentler conditions, the rugged fjords and mountainous terrain restrict large-scale development, keeping the region secondary to Nuuk as Greenland's economic hub. Home to the Kujita UNESCO World Heritage Site, this region offers a fascinating glimpse into both Norse and Inuit history. The site preserves the remnants of early farming settlements in Qaqortoq, Iqaluit, and Narsaq, revealing how Norse settlers introduced agriculture to Greenland. While the Norse relied on livestock and hay production, Inuit communities adapted to the Arctic environment through hunting and fishing. Over time, the land bears witness to the contrast between these two survival strategies, illustrating how each culture navigated Greenland's challenging conditions. Qaqortoq is Greenland's fourth largest settlement and the largest town in the southern region. It is home to the Hvalsey Church ruins, one of the best preserved remnants of Norse Greenland, dating back to the 14th century. This site offers a glimpse into the final years of Norse settlement before their mysterious disappearance in the 15th century. While the reasons for their decline remain debated, factors such as climate change, resource depletion, and economic struggles are believed to have played a major part. A must-see in Qaqortoq is Stone and Man, a citywide art project that brings the town's culture and history to life, transforming it into an open-air gallery. The project features carvings of whales, faces, and traditional designs on boulders and rock faces throughout the town, with some pieces inspired by ancient tribal markings. Tæsermiet Fjord is one of Greenland's most remote and stunning fjords, offering a breathtaking landscape of untamed wilderness, often compared to Norway's Lofoten Islands and Patagonia. Shaped by the dramatic movements of glaciers, the fjord features deep waters and towering cliffs, with ice masses sculpting its distinctive topography. It's also a popular destination for kayaking, hiking, and sailing. One of the fjord's most striking landmarks is Ilulissat, a towering granite peak with sheer rock faces that make it one of Greenland's premier climbing destinations. Composed of ancient granite and gneiss, this jagged monolith is part of the island's deep geological history, rising dramatically above the fjord's waters. Though difficult to access, small boats or aircraft typically provide transportation, adding to the sense of adventure in this untouched environment. If you enjoy breathtaking scenery and a sense of remoteness, eastern Greenland will not disappoint. This rugged, isolated region is sparsely populated and largely untouched by human activity, preserving the pristine wildness of its polar landscape. Tasiilaq is the largest settlement in eastern Greenland, yet it surprises many with a population of just under 2,000. Nestled along Ammassalik Fjord and surrounded by rugged peaks and glaciers, Tasiilaq is one of Greenland's most breathtakingly scenic settlements. Established in the 19th century as a Danish trading post, the area has long been home to the Tunumit Inuit, who have thrived through hunting, fishing, and adapting to extreme Arctic conditions. Today, the settlement remains deeply connected to its Inuit heritage, reflected in its local art, culture, and daily life. While Tasiilaq offers a glimpse into eastern Greenland's beauty, deeper into the island's vast wilderness is Itokortormi, a remote village with around 450 residents. Surrounded by glaciers, towering cliffs, and Arctic wildlife, this isolated settlement provides an even more rugged experience. Founded in 1925 as part of a government settlement program, the village remains deeply connected to Inuit traditions, with hunting, fishing, and craftsmanship central to daily life. Despite its small size, Itokortormi occasionally welcomes colossal visitors, icebergs drifting through the surrounding fjords in captivating shapes and colors. While they add to the dramatic scenery, they also serve as natural markers of a changing Arctic, offering scientists clues about shifting climate patterns and ice conditions in the region. You may be wondering, where do those giant icebergs come from? The answer is Scoresby-Sund, the world's largest fjord system, spanning over 350 kilometers. This awe-inspiring network of channels and branches was carved by glaciers during the Ice Age. Known for its towering cliffs and vast, ice-filled waters, Scoresby-Sund is a geological masterpiece. First mapped in 1822 by British explorer William Scoresby, this remote fjord system remains one of the least visited yet most breathtaking destinations on Earth. It offers adventure, solitude, and an unfiltered Arctic experience for those who dare to explore. But eastern Greenland's coast holds even more breathtaking fjords beyond Scoresby-Sund. Before we move on to our final region in Greenland, let's take a moment to explore these remote and awe-inspiring landscapes. Greenland's northern regions are among the most remote and unforgiving landscapes on Earth, shaped by the polar ice cap and frigid Arctic currents. With long, brutal winters and brief, cool summers, these lands are inhospitable to large-scale settlement. Yet, small Inuit communities like Qaanaaq in the Thule region have adapted and thrived for centuries. Named after the ancient Thule culture, Qaanaaq played a pivotal role in Arctic exploration, serving as a base for legendary explorers like Robert Peary during his early 20th century expeditions to the North Pole. Further east, Northeast Greenland National Park, the largest national park in the world, spans nearly 1 million square kilometers of untouched wilderness. Its extreme climate and isolation make it a crucial site for scientific research and a magnet for adventure tourism. Here, glaciers carve through rugged mountains, deep fjords stretch for miles, and the icy terrain tells the story of a changing Arctic. Scientists study the region to track glacial retreat and its impact on rising sea levels, while explorers venture into its vast, untamed expanse for a once-in-a-lifetime Arctic experience. And that's Greenland, a place unlike anywhere else on Earth. With its endless ice fields, towering icebergs, rugged fjords, and rich Inuit culture, I hope the world's largest island has now found its way onto your travel bucket list, if not your next destination. But the real question is, if Greenland were ever up for sale, what price could possibly justify buying a place this epic? Discover the world, explore the extraordinary. See you in the next adventure.